Hey, what up? How is everybody? Okay, gotta fix the beanie a little bit. There we go. Okay, so doing what is very possibly the maybe last night of Control. We'll see what happens. Um, it's a distinct uncertainty because it seemed like the game was finished last time I played, but new mission, the Foundation. I'm thinking that this must be the last. Talk to the board.
Shawshank Redemption. That's the name of the movie I was thinking of earlier. Not important, but that was it.
Oops. Wrong. Okay. Heading to... Have to remind myself about how to get around in here. Everything's whispering. Whole place. Okay. I don't see anything out of the ordinary. Hey, Curvy, how's it going? What is your weekend looking like? Hope all is well. Actually, do we get to have a fight in this room? Because we should.
You gotta be methodical. Clean out every last hiss with one thorough sweep, room by room. I heard you closed the hiss portal, or whatever it is we're calling it. If we could just flush out the stragglers.
Have we listened to all of this?
So, what's next for Simon Arish?
Well, first off, I'm banning all slide projectors. That's it. Seriously, though, we need to review our protocols. Research should not be making decisions that endanger the entire Bureau. Fuck it. The entire fucking world without some serious oversight.
I think Pope would agree. Certain people in the Bureau have been working in the shadows for too long.
Solid
And I'd like to
logic.
make these HRAs part of the mandatory Bureau uniform. They're not stylish, but better safe than sorry.
I don't think anyone will complain. Not after this.
Mouse in the house, man. I've had a few incidents with that. It sucks. Yeah, really big problem because I have this cat, real sweet cat. I've had her on stream a few times. Cute as can be. Also an incredible mouser. Or, well, mouser, ratter, whatever. She is an excellent predator with one distinct problem. One very huge, distinct, massive problem. She doesn't always kill her catches. A couple of times, she has decided to bring her toys in with her. So, she will just literally show up at the door, scratch, meow, try to get in. And I've learned to detect the signals. She meows a bit louder than normal. Her meows are weirdly, while really loud, they're also muffled. So I've kind of figured out, like, oh, there's something in her mouth. Don't let her in. Or her scratching, if she decides to scratch instead of meow, she will be extremely aggressive with her scratching. Anyway, she likes to try to bring in her catches, which have included rats, mice, birds, moles. You live next to the woods? So do I. So yeah, she is she can be relentless about this, and she's determined to bring her catches in. Most of the time, they're dead, so it doesn't matter. Every once in a while, they're living. She has, on, I think, 3 occasions brought in I mean, successfully brought in her catches. One of them, I managed to do something about it 2 of those times at least. Maybe it's more. Now that I think about it, she's brought them in live a few times but never dropped them. But a few times she did bring them in and drop them. I managed to do something about this twice when she dropped a living catch. But there was one time, it took a couple weeks to get that mouse caught. Oh my god, it was such a pain in the ass catching that mouse. It was disastrously obnoxious. So yeah, I've had a few encounters with this. I'll tell you, when you're trying to develop a ways of catching a mouse, that is a pain in the ass. Like, literally, the game Mousetrap gets you thinking, like, when you start trying to come up with creative ways to make mousetraps, like if a regular mousetrap just seems to not be working, you start coming up with weird and inventive traps. I kid you not. Yours like to put their catches in the bathroom? That's both convenient and rough. I mean, yay for the fact that they want to put their catches somewhere that's kind of easier to clean up. And depending on the size, I guess also offers you a convenient disposal method. But also, yikes. And hey, David, how's it going? Okay. While if you have anything to say, I'll give you a chance to type that out while let's hit the next speaking point.
What are your thoughts on me serving as director?
Well, I couldn't be more excited. I mean, look, don't get me wrong, Trench was fine, but you pulled us back from the brink. Well, I'm honored to serve, man. I mean, fuck, shit. Peyton. Sorry.
He'll get it one day. So, what's the situation in my bureau, Arish?
The situation is we are still up to our eyes in Hiss. Not to mention the months of repairs it's gonna take just to get this place up and running again.
But is it doable?
Of course it is. You just might need to tell some rangers to grab a wrench once they're done hunting Hiss.
Did anyone ever mention to you that Darling was using the slide projector?
Salvador never did, but I doubt he even knew. Look, I'm well aware that it's our job to study and contain the things that we don't understand, but some of the things that Darling did were way outside of our mission statement. Look, these things are not toys, and acting like they are is only ever gonna end one way. At least Pope seems to understand that.
Well, it's secure now. No one can reach it without my say-so.
But thank Christ for that.
Marshall's been missing for a while now. Any ideas where she could be?
The last time I saw her was in maintenance when I was leading the Rangers out of the Atlas. Yeah, I told her it wasn't safe, but she said she had to go check on something.
Did you ask where she was going?
Whew. Marshall is not the kind of person you question. Kind of intimidating, you know? But, if she was by herself, if that helps at all.
Not really, but thanks. Hopefully she turns up. I'll see you later.
You know where I'll be.
Okay, so discussions like these make it pretty clear we did not hit the actual end of the game. They were just kind of teasing in some way, shape, or form. I wonder if, because this is the Control Ultimate Edition, I kind of wonder if what really happened is maybe the end of the game might have been where it was before, but like they came out with the Ultimate Edition as like the actual end of the game or something. There have been a few games that did that, and you know, no game should do that, but I get it. Analysis of Hiss Threat Part 5. His corruption manifests in vastly different ways. Some hosts remain largely unchanged, while others are barely recognizable as human. What determines this level of alteration? Is it the duration of corruption? It could simply be an evolutionary process, each entity repressing a stage of growth in an undiscovered linear progression leading towards what? Additionally, Hiss entities possess various paranatural abilities. How have they achieved this? Do they gain them from corrupting objects of power? Have they corrupted a single highly talented para-utilitarian and divided their access to paranatural abilities across the network of Hiss corrupted hosts? My god, that is a hell of a sentence. As a scientist, I am hindered by the sheer number of questions. It's difficult to identify where one should begin. What is the most pertinent question? How do we kill it? What seems like a good start? Refer to file something for a full report. Okay. So, by the way, I'm gonna have some rambling to do in a little bit, but let's hit this story. We got to do our
Jesse,
cutscene.
good to see you. We've got Dylan situated in his containment cell like you asked. I've got medical staff running tests as we speak, and I'd be happy to walk you through the details later. Other than that, what's next?
With the slide projector turned off, the Hiss are shut out, but we're stuck with the ones already here. We can't lift the lockdown until they're all eradicated. If any Hiss ever got out, that would be the end of everything.
Well, eliminating them all will take time. Look, I'll do what I can on my end, but my research is progressing slower than I'd like.
I think I can help with that. I am making you the head of research, effective immediately. I want you to use everything the Bureau has, every resource, every confidential scrap of data, and find a way to keep the Hiss out for good.
That's... really? I mean, yes, I can certainly... Yes! Yes, I accept.
You'll do great. Besides, I didn't really have anyone else lined up.
I'm honored,
Yeah, no
Jesse,
kidding.
really. Thank you.
Really? That's it?
I've looked through the docs we found in Dimensional Research. That slide projector is extremely powerful. You were right to shut it down.
Yeah, there we go.
How do you feel about me taking over as director?
You act like it just happened. You've been director since we first met, remember? I'm still thrilled. Nothing's changed. Not for me. But the Bureau has changed. Trench and Darling are gone. Their knowledge, anything not written down, disappeared with them. They knew the Bureau better than anyone.
They're the Bureau's past, Emily. We won't operate like they did. We'll learn from their mistakes. We'll be better than they ever were. We won't ever be like them. When the Hiss got into my head, I saw some weird things. I think Darling even spoke to me. Does that make any sense to you?
Empirically, no, but phantom voices as well as hallucinatory states are not uncommon here. And considering the forces that Dr. Darling was working with, he could have been transferred to a different plane of consciousness, physically or otherwise.
And that doesn't upset you?
Oh, very. The fact that he hid those forces from me, it's infuriating. But Darling's dream was always to look beyond our reality. This time he may have taken a step too far, but as long as his consciousness can perceive his surroundings, I'm sure he's loving it.
Maybe Darling was just trying to protect you from the darker side of his work.
Fuck that. I'm not a child. Like, don't just assume I'm going to consider something morally repugnant.
Which it all was.
Which it all was, of course.
How was Dylan?
The same. I can't detect any his activity, but his physiology has certainly been altered by it. And I can't tell if his brain activity is genuine or simply the aftermath of the hiss, like spasms. Dylan could wake up tomorrow for all I know. I really can't say.
Then I just have to wait for him. That's fair. He waited a long time for me.
But don't worry, we'll be
That's
monitoring
creepy.
him round the clock. If he wakes up, we'll be ready. I don't mean that in a hostile way, just... well...
It's okay. Mean it in a hostile way, lady.
I hear you. My brother isn't exactly popular around here. I hope one day he'll have the chance to change that. So, there was a moment after Hedron died that I couldn't feel my powers. The hiss got into my head. Just for a moment.
So that explains the HRA outage. Before we knew what was happening, the hiss had us. They were in my head. I saw terrible things. I mean, I was about to go under forever when the hiss was pushed back. The HRAs had come back on. Dylan vanished afterwards, and we fought off the hiss that came after him. So if Hedron's death knocked out the HRAs, that means there must be a new local source for them to relay, which I'm guessing must be...
Me.
you. Hedron is dead, assuming that word even applies to a resonant-based life form. But whatever it awakened in you, the power you call Polaris, is still active. Or at least, that's what my instruments are telling me.
I don't think we're ever gonna understand all of this. And I'm okay with that.
It makes it sound like the game
Just
has a
glad
lot
you're here
left.
with me. That's good to know. Thanks, Emily.
Okay, last one.
I found Dylan attacking the astral plane and the board. What was he hoping to accomplish?
Huh. Since they arrived, Hiss have been corrupting objects of power, which have an inherent link to the astral plane. Maybe their goal was to access the astral plane and the board itself.
That still doesn't tell us why.
His motives are a difficult thing to work out, but I have been digging through confidential files and noticed a strange gap in knowledge regarding the board. Looks like any data on them has either been deleted or was never gathered in the first place.
Then maybe it's time someone looked into that.
Maybe it is.
Well, golly gee, maybe I'm the right person.
Well, I've got a bureau to run. See you soon.
Yes, ma'am, Director Faden.
Please, Emily. Not even as a joke.
Emily, not great at making jokes. Okay, so
Where are the files on parasitic entities?
the mission still says talk to the board. I mean, I was literally in the... Oh. Go to the hotline chamber. That's why. Okay. Is there a shortcut there? There really isn't. Why would there be?
Gotta be methodical. Clean out every last piece when I go through a sweep.
Yeah, I guess there's a way through there. Okay, so let's head over to the hotline and find out what's happening.
Jesse Faden, Director of the Federal Bureau of Control. I still don't quite believe it.
Neither do we.
You always knew where we were headed.
Oh, good. The phone's
Even
already
if it
ringing.
was a dream, I feel Darling reached out to me through the hotline. I have a feeling he and Trench won't be the only callers from the beyond.
Hurry, post haste.
Problem in the Foundation. That was Auti's vacation spot. We need to check this out.
Okay, then. Yeah, David, if this game doesn't give all the answers, that wouldn't be surprising, honestly. Okay, we'll head that way. Wait, can we? It's probably easier going the other way. So, I was, I had a couple of interesting discussions over the last, couple of days. All about Twitter and Musk and stuff like that. Not to mention I watched something which, kind of got me thinking. And Kirby will get a chance to yell in a second over this, but yeah, let's just take control of you. And anybody else going to be a problem? Oop. So, thinking about the situation with Twitter, one of the things that stood out to me is, or rather, I started contemplating what happens if things go wrong. And I don't mean for everybody else per se, but like, what happens if things go wrong for Twitter? How does that shape, or rather, what are the, we'll say, failure outcomes that could occur from this? And it honestly starts getting really interesting. So, for those who've forgotten, Elon Musk has kind of bet the farm on this. Like, not entirely, but in a pretty big way. Like, he actually leveraged himself pretty hard in the setup for this whole situation. Let's see. Yeah, I gotta go downstairs. Did I pass it? Oh, there it is. Ooh, abilities. Okay. Levitation duration might be a good thing. I don't care about the ground slam. Seizing enemies would be good. Oh, that actually could be really good. And we can seize additional enemies that way. Oh, and large. We could also upgrade shield strength. Wait, I didn't already have that? Oh, it's that one I got. Okay, we can recover energy while the shield is active. I like that. So yeah, let's go for more of that. And that's gonna cost 4. Okay. Board countermeasures. Yes, we can collect a jukebox token, a energy renewal. Meh, whatever. If things go haywire, it'll open for a good Twitter clone. There's already, I would argue, passable Twitter clones, or rather, so this isn't the angle I was going to talk about, but yeah, we could also kind of hit that first, just so I can get moving on this. Kill Hiss charge the maintenance sector without getting hit. Oh, that's interesting. Using charge kill enemies in the executive sector and... Oh, I feel like I should just abandon that one. Oh, that was an executive sector. I'm about to leave that. Maybe I'll leave that for later. Let's see. Our mission is in maintenance. So, let's... Oh, let's abandon that one. We'll clean out this list a little. Okay. Kill Hiss Rangers. Okay, let's do that one. We're probably never going to get back around to this one, but oh well. And yeah, sure, we'll just turn on that one for the hell of it. Who cares? And let's see, can we do any upgrades? I want to wait for that one. So we need more confiscated motors. Okay. Cool. Fast travel in. And we can zip right into the actual location. Anyway, so I don't know how much you've picked up off of Corbin. Corbin has been pimping his ass off for...
Quiet. Trans-dimensional. This place really suits Ahti. So that etching is the door. Okay, let's try opening it.
But he's been pitching for Mastodon pretty hard. So, oh my. Mastodon, I don't think is a very good Twitter clone, but it's a viable Twitter clone. I would argue maybe we don't need a Twitter clone. We could just...
No time for sightseeing. The board said this was an emergency.
Oh, there's definitely going to be a fight here. Research site Gamma. So, you don't think Mastodon is anything close to Twitter? Why do you say that? Because I think structurally, obviously it's got enough similarities that it can pass as Twitter, but it is, I think, honestly, I don't think anyone's gonna... I don't think it has the staying power because it is too obnoxious to use. There's just no polite way to say this. It sort of sucks to use Mastodon. It's not a fun experience.
Looks like no one's been down here in a while.
Yeah, can't argue with that argument. Oh, hey, good. Lights still come on. Well, that's unsettling. A penis-shaped stone just appearing out of the wall.
The crystals are kind of pretty. Emily would be having a field day down here.
My life's been a strange one. Certainly stranger than I'd like. But this place, it's something else. The floors crawl, the walls slither. It's a shifting pit. On the street, it's just another drab building standing there for anyone to see. But no one does. How do we miss it? Northmore. Acting director in Northmore now is on a train from Washington. He'll expect answers, which is why I'm making these tapes. They're evidence that I'm at least trying to understand. Father searched his entire life for something like this, and we find it 1 week after he's buried. He always hated irony. Of course, Father, the great director, Ash, would have been the first man in. And look at me, his bookworm son. The supposed head of research who can't stop his legs from shaking long enough to step over the threshold.
Okay.
The foundation. Bottom of the oldest house. Stop the hiss.
Marshall? How was she on the hotline? Unless she's dead. Jesus. She seemed like the kind of woman who could survive anything.
Okay. I think that stopped playing too early. Nope, that's not it. Okay, that was the one we just heard. No, that's not it. It wasn't that one, nope. Oh, those are darling presentations anyway. No. Endless Grind Hotline. I doubt that's it. Yeah, that's definitely not it. Ocean View Management Team Internal Lockdown. Marshall. There we go.
I only heard of the Foundation when I became head of operations. The very bottom of the oldest house. Director access only. Just the name alone is classified. Zachariah gave me a tour the day I was promoted. Said I should see it for myself, to understand. After that, I snuck down on my own from time to time to keep tabs on the place. And on them. But nothing ever changed down there. Not even the walls. It's solid, permanent, different from the rest of the house. Of course, they were always watching me. I never stayed long. I'm not stupid. I have to stop the hiss from finding this place. I'm the only one who can.
Okay. David, the whole decentralization concept is no good for the masses. Completely agreed. This is something I've actually very specifically argued about with other people. 100%. I think that basically prevents it from having any chance to be a sustainable long-term success. And largely because of simple things like you can't have a good trending topics kind of experience. I mean, it's not impossible, but you just don't. Like, it doesn't work that way. Let's see, I came from there. Oh, I would have had to float over that. Good to know. At least I assume I would have had to. But yeah, the lack of trending topics and the fact that it's so annoying to deal with the fact that people are across servers, and like that separation is not a soft separation. It's
Guys found their way down here too, huh?
of course they did. You summer child, you. It's only a level 3 thing. Oh, I should at least check what the new things are. Okay, so we have a level 5 of that thing, which does 30%, 27, and 23. What are these? Ammo cost while levitating is reduced. Ooh, you know, I think that sucks, but at the same time, that could actually become useful. So maybe we'll keep 3 of those. This is energy gain from headshots. I'll get rid of at least the low one. Grand slam after weapon hits. I think that's going to be a completely useless thing, but whatever. Rate of fire. We can definitely get rid of the much lower one. We still have one too many weapon mods to even be here. Can we replace any of these with higher level versions? We haven't picked up anything for that, and blast radius seems like actually a pretty good one for that. The shatter, that's a 4 plus 4. That's also plus 4. Who cares about recoil? Tempted to get rid of those just because recoil doesn't seem that valuable. How about the grit? Do we have... Headshot damage is high. I do like that one, and we can replace that with a much better one. Oh, and we can get rid of one that's kind of lower. Okay, we'll get rid of that. We'll replace with that. Keep the other one just cuz. Surge. That's already the best one. Rate of fire, and ammo cost per shot. Yeah, probably not really going to move those around much. Okay, and we have 30, 31. What's the new one down here? That's also a 30. Kind of like having the increased health. We also have the C speed of 70, 69, 64. I don't think I'm ever really going to need a lot of C speed beyond maybe 2 of them, so we'll toss one. We can get rid of, that's the lowest one. And shield strength. Yeah, we can trash one of those. Cool, so personal mods, we at least have some space. Okay, you're saying, I think Twitter thrives on what is trending. I wonder, Twitter will be treated by governments now if it does plan to go private. So yeah, I'm an adamant believer that Twitter's trending page, trending topics, not even the page, just the ones that appear in basically every screen. I think that is a fundamental part of what keeps Twitter alive. Like, without trending, I honestly think that Twitter would just sort of, I don't want to say vanish, like it wouldn't vanish, but I don't think it would stand much of a chance. Wait, what? Why am I... That was weird. Oh, this thing goes up. That's why. When I first looked at it, I didn't even realize it went up. Ah, I did it wrong. Okay. How do you get... Maybe start from down here, I guess? This is one of those gaming skill moments. Figure out how to... Maybe... that might be it. Okay, so if I... No, that's not it. I don't know how you get there then. Interesting. Okay, so anyway, yeah, Twitter's trending topics, 100,000%. That's dictates a huge part of what makes Twitter successful. It drives so much more engagement. It is a big, big part of Twitter actually surviving and growing, and maintaining user base. I know this is the way I came from, or I thought it was. Maybe it isn't. Whoa. All right. Hey, bud. Thanks for your service. Projectile speed. I'm never going to use projectile speed. In fact, actually, that's the thing I just need to get rid of. Do we have projectile speed in here? Do we not? Projectile spread. Projectiles fired. Projectile speed. Yay. Oh, that's for charge. Exclusively for charge. Projectile speed. We have a 68 in there. There's a 63. Let's get rid of you. And seeing as we just picked up another one that is worth way less. Yay. Oh, and we also picked up something in here, which was that energy recovery on melee kills. We're never using melee, so that can go. So yeah, the importance of the trending page is huge. I also think a big part of Twitter's success there's a chest protected by a bunch of those crystals, and we don't have a way to destroy the crystals, so that's obviously a new power that's coming shortly. Launch ammo refund. Ammo recovery after taking launch damage? No thanks. That seems dumb and pointless. So, yeah, I do think that this is going to open up the possibility for some new social network to emerge. Because Facebook's probably not it. I feel like Facebook, I'm not going to say is on its way out. That would be absurdist. But rather, I think Facebook has hit its peak. You guys are aggressive.
They're using pickaxes now.
That was some sneak attack BS right there. I think I almost approve of it. So, spin grouping efficiency. Ah. Relocation order. Tom, you missed the good news. I'm sure the official memo will go out soon, but Northmore called on all hands at the crossroads to announce we're finally moving out of this hellhole and up into the house proper. Bureau brass apparently solved the moving walls problem, or at least figured out a way to pinpoint where and when they happen. All I know is going up means goodbye darkness, goodbye weird lunches with the ex-Nazi scientist, and goodbye pissing into the pit. I know that was you, Barry. Northmore's ordering the Foundation sealed as soon as we can haul our stuff out and somehow convince Ash to come with us. He's the only one kicking up a fuss. This is long overdue. We've lost 11 men and damn near $10,000 in supplies moving between the entrance and the Foundation. And for what? Research? Ash is batty if he thinks we want to stay here and sift through more sand for him. It's just rusted iron flakes anyway. Did you know that? We were breathing that shit in. Okay. Yeah, so anyway. My hunch is there will be another social network that somehow, some way kind of takes over. I just don't know who or what. Which direction did I come from? I think it was from that way. Yeah, must be. Oh, okay, that did damage to me. I thought that was going to be kind of a cool, like, throw you up in the air kind of situation. I guess not. Let's run back here and collect some of that health that was left lying on the floor. So what I was referring to earlier, though, is what happens if Twitter fails for Elon? When you start thinking about the equation here, Twitter is, or Elon kind of leveraged himself pretty heavily for this. By most accounts, his liquid assets are basically gone. Now, you know, make no mistake, he's not, like, poor, but he is, by most reasonable definitions, he's now basically cash poor. He still has plenty of stocks. He still has, obviously, a big chunk of Tesla, but we'll get to that in a second. He also has SpaceX, or however, whatever portion of it he has. Alright, Foundation accent. Mr. Wilder, I have bad news. You remember that Robert Ricardo fellow we brought in as a special consultant to map the lower caves? Well, today he found a chamber with weird eyes covering every inch of the walls, and a strange black pillar in the center. Kinda looks like the one at the crossroads, but smaller. We had a bureau member shadowing him, but whatever happened, and there did a number on our guest. The docs are taking a look, but it's pretty clear Mr. Adventure's exploring days are over. I know we were careful to limit this guy's exposure to the non-ordinary. Drugging him and carrying him through the upper floor was a real hoot, by the way. But we really need to reevaluate our policies on external contractors. honestly, we'd be better off forming a special division trained in repelling and orienteering than subjecting more outsiders to the shit we deal with. They almost always end up dead or loony. Signed, Marcus. Marcus makes an excellent point. A shifting fragment? That. We can get rid of one of those. So
The astral plane is cutting into our dimension.
yeah,
If this
it is.
happens in the upper floors, it'll destroy the Bureau.
Is that for the worst? Wait, why did I just get... Oh. Okay, that makes sense. So, yeah, my, the thing is, with Elon, he also had to, he had to take out some loans. And part of his loan agreements were, leveraged against Tesla stock. So, here's the thing. Those types of agreements usually don't come without some strings. And it doesn't necessarily take away his existing stock, but rather it's... If things start going sideways with Twitter, and it looks like he can't pay his loans, he's going to...
I brought Emily with me. I could really use my head of research right about now.
He's going to have to sacrifice, or rather give away, a chunk of his Tesla ownership. So if Twitter crashes, and I say if, we're gonna...
Marshall? Marshall! You're alive!
Is he? I don't see a Marshall anywhere.
Wait! It's Jesse! The director!
Did they screw up on the graphics? Because I didn't see any dude at the end of that hallway.
Whoa. This place is huge.
Marshall? Can you hear me?
She was on the hotline, so that person couldn't have been Marshall, right? One problem at a time. Let's see what's going on with that pillar first.
Okay. Poke around here real quick first, because... Okay, I guess there is nothing to poke around for. Foundation pillar. The pillar found in the crossroads is best described as an onyx spike that protrudes from the cave floor like an imposing stalagmite. Despite its aggressive silhouette, the structure has an undeniable allure. Freud would certainly have something to say about the pillar's overly erect nature. But I'm more drawn to Whitmore's essay on dynamic layers, structures within structures, the fractal mirror in every being. Given its significant location, I believe the pillar is either the very heart of the oldest house or an intrusion within that heart. Or perhaps it's like the husk of a seed from which the oldest house sprouted. Trottier wrote that great architecture isn't built, it grows. But then, why does the pillar look so different from the rest of the place's concrete walls and rocky caverns? It's easier to see it is an anomaly, a buried artifact, a foreign body, a demonic phallus. I wonder if this pillar is in any way, or is any more welcome here than we are. Okay, we don't need that. Astral copy. Yeah, I don't think that's important either. Okay. Oh, we're gonna have to get all handsy with that thing too. Quick look over here just to see. Hey, that's just like the pillars from that other room.
It's been 5 days since we first entered the building. Traversing the interior is dangerous due to the shifting, but we did manage to find a lower cavern that seems structurally predictable, which is a scientific way of saying its walls won't crush us in our sleep. Northmore even made a discovery. A pistol placed on a stone pedestal in front of that strange ebony pillar. Seems like something out of a storybook, except the heroes usually find swords, not handguns. But it is the perfect lure for someone like him. Hours after finding this weapon, Northmore cornered me to spout some nonsense about how the board had made him the director. He ranted about the title being meaningless before now, calling Father and all other previous directors shams, frauds, and worse. I think this place is worse for Northmore than it is for me. Strangest thing? There was no pedestal in front of that pillar a day ago. This building has swallowed a dozen of my men, and now it's handing out presents? Is it playing some sort of game? If it is, we're most certainly losing. Oh, we don't even know the rules.
Okay then. Get our fast travel point activated. Okay, anyway, so about Elon's finances. Oh, hey, we are gonna definitely want to be able to break open that thing. Anyway, so what stands out to me is what happens if Twitter flops, and flops hard. Prepare the nail link to prevent astral consumption collision. This is the director's duty plot. Authorized for a single new tool upgrade. Use it to save the Foundation, us, Bureau. Clef. Only one is permitted. Which will you choose become?
So I can only choose one? I thought I was done with these tests.
I mean, of the two, I'm gonna use my abilities, because honestly, the guns aren't that good. Oh. Okay, that's kind of neat. Okay, so short-lived platforms. Among other things, I'm sure. Oh, come on. There we go. They can be shaped into dangerously sharp points. So another way of killing things. I approve, I guess. Okay, well, neat trick. Not sure how much I want to use that, but, you know. Yeah, I already figured out that part. Though to be fair, I don't think I need to use that first one. In fact, I probably don't need to use the second one, because I can easily get across here, but hey, thanks for the offer, guys. Is there something maybe up here that I should see? No, I guess not. But hey, easily completed challenge. I'm not saying no to it.
Okay, let's review. This broken pillar is called the Nail. It was broken by something, and now the astral plane is bleeding into the foundation, which will destroy the oldest house, the Bureau, and everyone inside. I need to find 4 locks, or keys, or whatever, to stop that from happening. But I'm the director. I've handled worse.
Have
This
you?
should be simple-ish. You with me?
So I still can't mess with those, though. Oh, there is a path up there. Good to see that. Okay, so... It's nice how you can just walk around the big pit. What do we need to do here? Reach the warehouse path. Okay, well, seems like we did that. I don't think there is another gun. I think we just need to get another ability. Or it would have been the gun that got upgraded to destroy stuff. Oh, well, already hooked it up. Whatever. Cool. Alright, so anyway, let's say Twitter absolutely just crashes and burns. Elon can not pay the loan on that he took out, and ends up having to hand over a huge chunk of Tesla stock to a bunch of banks. Now, I'm not wishing this on him or anything. Like, I'm not. This isn't a malice sort of issue, but very highly aware of the fact that this actually could turn into an absurdly expensive thing for him. He could be handing over not just the 44 billion, or however many billion it was, to purchase Twitter. He actually could be on the hook effectively for more because of how much he's taking out in loans and everything else. This could actually this could turn him into one of the fastest money-losing situations in history for a private person. History of the oldest house. The oldest house has revealed much to me during my months in the Foundation, but many questions remain. Primarily, the tree. Etchings bewilder me. What is their significance? If the house has changed shape over its lifetime as I've theorized, then was a tree its first form? I sent a team to the Schwartzman building in search of pre-settlement accounts of Manhattan Island. From those, I discovered a single relevant line, quote, "And there I found a tree not known to me, the devil twisted within its bark." That line, taken with the fact that certain American cultures believed some trees would offer wisdom and guidance, is indeed interesting. However, it's hardly firm evidence. And though I am now bound to the oldest house, I remain a man of science. Of course, there are numerous ancient beliefs regarding trees. Yggdrasil, the tree of knowledge. Yaximix She. Some cultures offered blood sacrifices to trees, while others claimed trees endowed chosen individuals with inhuman powers. Do New York City's many murders act as sacrifice for the oldest house? Does the house have a chosen champion? Is it me? Written by Dr. Theodore Ashe, Head of Research. Great. Broken showers. That's a health violation. Pyramidic geometry. On the pyramid and geometry. I've been going through my library researching... I guess we should do that in Ash's voice. My Ash's voice. I've been going through my library researching pyramids and triangles. If that shape does relate to the board, as Northmore says, then perhaps our predecessors in the occult can offer some insight through their geometric knowledge. In esotericism, the triangle is closely associated with the Holy Trinity and other three-part concepts: past, present, future, mind, body, spirit. Interestingly, the term board also implies multiple parts. Upright triangles in Judeo-Christian imagery indicate ascent into the rational divine realm. Inverted, it signifies a descent into the corporeal human. Naturally, the ascent is masculine and the fall is feminine. Adam and Eve. That's just a bit of old world patriarchy. It's 1964 now, and we're well past that silliness. Considering the above, what does the inverted triangle tell us about the board? They're clearly not corporeal or human. Perhaps they wish to be, or they once were. The likeliest answer is simply that theological imagery cannot help us define alien entities. But still, the pyramid seems significant. Shapes have power, and clearly so does the board. And I also have a box to open. Oh, and I can't get to that thing. I don't even know what it is, so let's erase. Oh, hey. That's an easy one to pick. Alright, so it was a personal mod that fell. Energy drain from taking melee damage. That one's almost at least worth something. I'm not going to use it, but at least it's almost worth something. Ammo recovery on evade use. Mildly interesting, but no. Oh, we got C's. A C's accelerator. That's not as good as the one we have, so toss it.
Is this a Bureau ID badge? It looks so old. Hope will definitely want to see this.
I just gotta say, a perfectly lit briefcase like that, like with actual God rays on it. I mean, technically that's reflections, but they feel like God rays. How is that not an item you're supposed to pick up? Oh. Oh my. Okay. So... Oh. The exploding things are in here. Wait, did I already activate that spot? I don't remember if I did. Oh yeah, I did. Okay. So, yeah, anyway. It was very striking to me that Elon Musk could, very unintentionally, have just committed to making himself, in relative standards, a poor billionaire.
Weird place to leave an ID card, but okay.
Stumbling across more IDs. Interesting. Do we want to go in here? Can we go in here? Ah, we can. So we can head out. Oh, wait. What did we need to do in the warehouse? Complete the ritual in the warehouse? Before we go through that path, I guess we should try doing something in here. Oh, that's probably what we need to do in here. I almost forgot we needed to do something in here.
28 days now spent inside what we're calling the oldest house. Northmore insists on the name. I'm too tired to ask why. I'm not sleeping well. Per orders, me and my research team have established established a permanent examination lab in the Foundation. I basically live down here now, like the obedient head of research Father raised me to be. I spend my days investigating that odd pillar where Northmore found the handgun. The work was half-hearted at first, I admit. But then I discovered numerous non-Aristotelian energy channels converging at its base. Ley lines, dragon roads, Hylogalinian, call them what you want. But this pillar is the crossroads. I started building something. Equal parts talisman and technology. An array that can impose order on the ley junctions. That's the idea, at least. We'll see when I'm done. I prefer to work away from the pillar. I'm not the only one who feels like that thing has eyes.
Shifting fragment. I think I needed one of those. Awfully fast-moving elevator for what didn't seem like that high of a place. Oh. Wow. Now, I was gonna say, none of those generators seem to be operational. Oh, I guess we could have grabbed one from there too, though. We may still need it. A very expensive hobby. Yeah, completely agreed. Elon Musk, it very much could have just destroyed Twitter. Again, I want to talk about that more in a second. But, yeah, this could turn out to be a extraordinarily expensive decision to have made. And it could cost him a lot.
Entry day plus 51. Northmore has ordered an all-hands search for objects similar to the service weapon. He claims there are more in the house, though I don't see how he's so certain. He's been strange lately, talking about joining greater causes, and frequently mentioning a pyramid. After pressing him, he finally described this pyramid to me. Inverted, flat, mathematically perfect. Oddly enough, Adam and the other id have shown me numerous inverted triangles painted on the cave walls. Surely there's a connection, but I don't see it yet. As far as occult symbols go, triangles are by no means rare. Flood, Levi, Kroll, they used that shape like it was going out of fashion. Standing on their base, triangles signify stability and strength. Inverted on their points, they represent conflict and stagnation. Of course, the orientation is just a matter of perspective. Looking at the pyramid from below gives you one, from above another. Northmore says he looks up at the inverted pyramid. I have to wonder, is anyone standing over it, looking down?
it's a little bit of a drop. Can we make it across to there? I think we can. And hey, Carson, how's it going, man? How's your weekend going? I'm just pondering the potential for Elon Musk to become a poor billionaire. By virtue of the fact that he has leveraged his ass off with this purchase. Oh, wow. Yeah, that was a much easier jump than I thought it would be. Okay, so we still haven't completed the ritual. What ritual do we have to do? Suppose it won't hurt anything if we go this way. But yeah, so yeah, if Twitter ends up flopping, as it very, very possibly could, there will be a fight in here. Whoa, let me go. Headshot, close range. Anybody else want to fight? You. No? You're dead. Okay, good. Let's see. Tesla's doing just fine on its own recently, so you feel like Musk can focus on Twitter. Okay. Yes, Tesla's doing all right. But I do have a thought about that. Mostly the fact that if Elon does the wrong thing with Twitter, it can affect Tesla. Remember, he has now made himself the face of all of this. Enough so that that's actually potentially a really, really dangerous thing if he becomes too much the face of some of these things. Because he's a controversial figure. He's very controversial. Tesla stock has actually sunk a few times, quite a bit, because of things he's done. It really wouldn't be that hard to imagine that he could legitimately harm Tesla's stock, and by owning Twitter, the odds of this actually increase quite a bit. So I wouldn't entirely put it past Tesla to be hurt significantly. I'm not predicting like Tesla goes down because of this. Rather, I could see a situation where the banks that loaned him money are going to be watching Tesla stock, and if he bungles Twitter and it has a negative effect on Tesla, a significant negative effect on Tesla stock, they could at any point say the bill is due, pay it, or we're taking your Tesla stock, like all of it. And he probably won't be able to because, like I mentioned earlier, he's basically out of liquid assets. So, I mean, I'm not predicting he's going to suddenly become poor, but he is the guy that decided to gamble on his most important company's stock. So, it is not out of the question for him to lose a massive percentage of his Tesla ownership. Let's see, Carson, speaking on Twitter, it's already solidified as one of the three major social media networks. But will it remain so? Okay, and this, I've mentioned that I wanted to come back to this a couple of times. How much does that, how reliable is that? Like, how guaranteed is it that Twitter remains one of the most influential, most important social networks? Here's the thing. Twitter, like every social network, Twitter relies on three things. Well, sorry, not every social network relies on all three of these things, but Twitter in particular relies on three things. One, very obviously, users. Twitter, while obviously not losing huge percentages yet, has been losing huge numbers. Twitter, in just a few days since Elon Musk announced the announcement was made that he was buying it, Twitter hemorrhaged hundreds of thousands of people. Actually, the estimates now call the estimates are putting it at somewhere around like 1.5 million people have left Twitter. And I have seen estimates that are saying it's more than that. And remember, this is people who are leaving just at the announcement that he's taking over. I expect a lot of other people are watching, basically watching the numbers and saying, we're going to leave if it gets bad enough. I think there are also a lot of people who are saying, well, let's see what he does first. So his day one activities, if they hit the news and are negative enough, outgo another how many millions of people? What if Twitter eventually like hemorrhages enough people? Just consider for a second. Oh, and keep in mind the various things that will cause hemorrhaging of users. So let's say he does invite Trump back. How many people do you think that costs Twitter? 100,000? A million? I don't think it's going to be more than a million, but maybe it is. What if Twitter were to invite back, let's say, Marjorie Taylor Greene? Now, Trump, at least his ban could be debatable. Marjorie Taylor Greene, her ban was not. All the news organizations are reporting she was banned for COVID-19 misinformation. That's not true. Like, even when they banned her, they said she has been banned numerous times in the past, temporary bans, for harassment, for inciting violence or encouraging violence, using hate speech. She has already been temp banned several times. If they invite her back, like, honestly, that they're just throwing out their own rules on behavior. And these are rules that are well supported by existing laws. This is a person who should not come back under any circumstance. But if they invite her back, well, how many people are going to leave because of this? And that's kind of what I'm getting at, is this is, and that's just the politics side of it, by the way. There's another point in a second I'm going to get to where this gets a lot worse. Okay, so, well, actually, I'll hit that one right now. The second thing Twitter relies on, and this is just honesty. Celebrities. Twitter has made it so much, or has relied on celebrities for its business. People don't go on Facebook to follow oh my god, what is her name? Taylor Swift. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure people follow her on Facebook. Obviously they do. But is Facebook Taylor Swift's main thing? Nope, it's Twitter. Think about all the celebrities that are followed. Obviously, there are some on Instagram. There are some on Facebook. Like, their major follows come from some of these places. Some of them do well on TikTok, but the vast majority of them, the way that they actually communicate to fans is through Twitter. Now, think about how many celebrities are not super keen on, we'll just say the hard right, the far right. and I'm not endorsing celebrities as like good points for, I guess, measuring or for following these types of things. But here's the thing. Think about, again, I'll just use Taylor Swift as the example because it's such an easy one. Because everyone knows she is not a particularly right-leaning person. And her fans are not right-leaning. That's kind of the key here. How long before her fans are yelling at her to leave Twitter? And think about what this actually entails, or how it'll play out. If enough fans are yelling at her to leave Twitter, eventually she is going to say, okay, fine. You want me to leave Twitter? I will, like her and her social media manager, they will set up accounts in other places, wherever the fans seem to go. And they'll be like, hey, go find Taylor here. This is another place you can follow her. Those same fans have been known to be very pushy. At what point do they say, no, we don't mean set up other accounts. We mean you need to get off Twitter. You need to stop supporting this. And this sounds crazy, but there's a lot of history for this sort of thing lately. For the last few years, fan bases have been kind of bossing around their own, I don't want to say leader, but they've been bossing around the celebrity that they formed around. This has actually been really, really common with a lot of K-pop, but it's definitely becoming a thing elsewhere too. I forget who it was. I want to say The Rock. Just like last year did something because fans pressured him into it. I could be wrong on that. I swear it was The Rock, but hard to be sure. Anyway, the thing is, if Twitter starts losing celebrities, and this really isn't that hard to imagine, it starts hemorrhaging more users again. This is another one of those, like, one begets the other. Without the celebrities, as celebrities start leaving Twitter for whatever, however they do it, Twitter becomes less and less relevant again, and users start leaving again. So at this stage, we're now talking about users leaving because of politics. We're talking about users leaving because celebrities are leaving. And of course, without users, like as some users leave and the place just stops offering as much to the existing users, more of them will just naturally also leave just because. Like, they didn't leave because of the celebrities or the politics. They just leave because other people left too. Then there's the third thing, and this is the thing that could actually lead to a real downfall for Twitter, and it's the obvious one: advertisers. As advertisers start to vanish, as the celebrities vanish, as users vanish, advertisers are going to start by saying, we're paying less for advertising. You've got fewer users to advertise to. You're not hitting all the demographics we care about anymore. So we'll still pay for ads, but we're going to pay less for ads. This hurts Twitter's bottom line. You are also going to have advertisers ultimately saying, hey, we don't really like that this is becoming the social network for the right-wing party, much like they did with I'm not sure how many of them ever actually got in with Gab or whatever the other ones were, Parler. I know there were others, but I'm just blanking on their names. I'm assuming Truth Social probably doesn't even have advertisers, but maybe it does. Anyway, this is sort of a potential fate for Twitter. So Carson, where would they move to though? And you bring up Mastodon. David and I kind of had that chat earlier. Yeah, Mastodon is not it. I don't think Mastodon has any chance of becoming a replacement for Twitter. Not really. Don't get me wrong. I think a lot of people leaving Twitter for Mastodon right now, there's some people who are going to leave. They're going to find it and be like, oh, hey, this is kind of neat. But the vast majority of them are going to get there and say, wow, this thing's way too complicated. It sucks. It's not fun to use. It's a pain in the ass. And they're going to abandon it. Believe me, I don't see a future for Mastodon where it becomes a replacement for Twitter. Not realistically. But I can envision a future wherein Mastodon will be a nice holding point, sort of like a temporary place for refugees who left Twitter and are waiting for the thing that replaces it. And I do think that there are going to be a lot of places. I'm sure Facebook is probably looking at this as a massive opportunity, either through Facebook itself or Instagram, whatever. I'm betting there are probably a couple of other companies that are also trying to quickly ramp up so that they can, in any way, shape, or form, start adopting Twitter's cast-offs. So, yeah, I here's the thing. I don't think Twitter needs to have a replacement out there for people to turn around and say, yeah, screw this, we're leaving. Because it's not asking that much. I mean, it really isn't. Ammo recovery after evade use. Tempting, but... Oh, we can probably... Yeah, we can get rid of one of you. That leaves space. That's good enough for the moment. We'll pick up whatever this is. Rate of fire boost. We'll just get rid of it now. So yeah, my theory is if things get bad enough, Twitter absolutely can fail. And honestly, it doesn't take that much for Elon to make it bad enough. This is the thing about social networks. You can bungle a social network, and users tend to be pretty forgiving, but there comes a point.
That damn gun. Faith. Not sure she's ready.
I'm here, aren't I? I saved the Bureau once, and I'll do it again.
Okay. But the thing is, social networks, especially Twitter, they do have a point where users will start checking out. And I think Twitter, realistically, that point will come more easily than it would with most other social networks. Because the users have already kind of learned to be, I don't want to say hostile, though. That would actually be the right thing to say. The users are more demanding. Let's see. Let's see. David Lama, wonder when we'll see a Chinese Twitter clone. I mean, that is already Weibo. I mean, it's not a Twitter clone, but that's where China goes. I mean, they already treat Weibo as their social network, as a lot of other things. I don't think they're gonna do like a straight up Twitter clone. Though, to be fair, if what you're saying is when will they give us a Twitter clone, kind of like they gave us TikTok, yeah, that could happen. That could absolutely happen. Wait, are we still... Yeah, we're still running around just over top this one space. Another control point to claim in this area? Wow. Whoa, what the hell? damn, I just barely missed you. Okay, good. I don't have someone immediately behind me. We can kill you with that. Alright. Let's see. Curvy, like the next TikTok. Curvy also saying, hope Biden admin blocks the buyout. I do question if they will. I'm not sure that this is something you can block. Because, strictly speaking, this is not a case of one social network buying another. So it's not... It is not a... so it's not a, like, merging of existing things. Sort of like when T-Mobile bought Sprint. This... Actually, that one crossed two lines. It is, one, a necessary thing. I would argue social networks are not generally considered necessary, at least not yet, though that's certainly something a lot of people are kind of inferring now. Especially with Marjorie Taylor Greene's bullshit bill. Well, she didn't even write it. It's that other guy who wrote it, but the one she's now backing that dictates that this would become a common carrier situation, which, good fucking luck. That's such bullshit. Oh. Energy recovered from taking shield damage? I'm not sure I want to get rid of that. That actually might be usable. Let's get rid of that. Energy recovery speed. Yeah, we'll toss that. Get rid of one of those. Just want to make some space. Oh, what happened with missions? Okay, kill his rangers. Kill his charge in the maintenance sector without getting hit. Huh. Okay. So yeah, my... Oh, what was I gonna say about it? Oh yeah. So they don't have any definite, like, this isn't a required thing. It's not an infrastructure, and it's not merging together multiple social networks. So there's really not a specific basis for stopping this other than just saying it's one rich guy who's going to have too many things. And strictly speaking, we don't exactly have that as like a hard no-no. I mean, strictly speaking, Bill Gates would have built all of the stuff that that Elon Musk is basically trying to do. So, you know, I'm not sure that they can necessarily make that a rule. Though, to be fair, they could step in and put contingency requirements on this, basically rules about how these things can be used. There is a possibility for that. Can we? Yeah, we can't get high up enough for this. Oh. Now that doesn't look ominous. Yeah, I figured. Okay, I think I'm waiting for... Yeah, there it is. But I somehow need to be able to get to that. How am I supposed to destroy that? There's no holes up there, so I guess I need to get higher? Is that a thing I can do? Not from here. Oh. That wasn't enough to make a difference, but it helps. I'm confused. There's nothing to mess with. I can't sneak through stuff. That ladder isn't accessible. I guess down here? That kind of sucks because now I can't get all the way back up there without fast traveling, I think. I don't suppose I can bring this back? Yeah, I can't get up there. The other possibility, I suppose, is maybe I could try carrying this all the way up. That's a lot of... I don't know that that's a climb to be made, but... Okay, yeah, already did that one. Actually, is there any stuff we need to... We still need more confiscated motive. Okay. I hope we're not about to have a fight in here. Oh, you did not just fall. Duh.
Another ID card. For a cartographer.
I imagine if I fast traveled somewhere, put it in the elevator. I was thinking about that, but... And seeing as it actually is holding, I guess that will work. I've just been skeptical because I've seen them do respawn, like, do very weird selective respawns. What I'm very curious about is, would I be able to put it in the elevator and then fast travel? Because that would be the much, much faster strategy. Speaking of, how do I get to a fast travel point from here? Because all these fast travels are at different elevations. That's what makes them wonky. Oh wait, am I headed? Yeah, I'm headed the wrong way. Yeah, I don't know that I want to try fast traveling, but I don't know that I also want to spend forever doing this. That's the highest one. Okay. May as well try it. Worst case scenario, I know where to go back in order to get that thing again. It was on the 2nd floor, I believe. Maybe it was 3rd floor, but maybe not. Okay, it seems like it didn't reset the map. Okay, so maybe this isn't the worst way to do this. Hope this works. Okay, so what was I gonna say? Oh, okay, I haven't heard from her. Okay, anyway, hey, it's there. Good deal. Oh, well, that's a disappointment. What did it accomplish? Is there any way to hit that last thing? I don't see any break in the wall. I can't think of a way to get something inside of there. The only other explanation would be... yeah, nothing up there. On the plus side, this now gives me, yeah, access to 2 new floors with the elevator. Actually, wait. Upper warehouse, okay. Shouldn't... yeah, shouldn't we have just crushed... whoa. Man, we are passing through some real... hissy neighborhoods here. Enraged ammo refund. Okay.
Another etching, like the one I used to get in here.
Now, there's obviously a fight in here if there's floor things to activate. Wow, that is a hole. Yeah, okay, we can't get high up enough for that to matter. All right, let's use it. Tree powers activate. Yep. Too many things all rushed at once, and I wasn't prepared for them. Okay. Try that one again. Alright, how far back are we starting? So yeah, anyway, I am curious what the future holds for Twitter if they can't get their act together and solve their problems. Let's see. Earlier, David said, I mean, TikTok did pretty much take the idea of Vine. Might as well add 260 character posts and bam, Twitter clone. Yeah, I could certainly see a Twitter clone popping up. I'm a little skeptical though, because I don't think a actual Twitter clone needs to happen at this stage. I think people, for the most part, are probably perfectly content to not have a quote-unquote Twitter clone. Actually, can we go? We are in 5, okay. So, upper warehouse. Wonder if I could have shot that last one just in the moment that it appeared. That probably would work. What if we change Surge to Shatter? Let's try that. I'm not sure, maybe the door blocks it. Okay, the one we're trying to hit is right there. Yeah, I think this wall blocks it. I don't know, that seemed like it might have hit. Let's find out. And on the way, let's see if I can't hit. I don't know where they were located, but maybe there's one on this side I can shoot. No. Ah, I did hit that one. Okay. And The cube I was trying to hit isn't there. What? Or, sorry, the cube that was originally in here isn't... It's not there anymore. Also, this door didn't get opened. That's sus. Mucho sus. You cheated me. Or something. Okay, well, screw it. We'll go up. In the meantime, let's see if we can hit something here. No. I think I missed it. Even if I could have hit it. Okay, should we leave it on Shatter? Shatter would make more sense than Pierce. And Surge is probably not the best one for this area. Well, maybe... Oh, actually, from Pierce to... Let's put that on Surge. Surge will be good for you. Oh, that was bad timing. Okay, so things worked, just not right. I will accept things didn't work right, but things were learned. Things were discovered. This is an annoying room that I hope to not have to fight 10 times like that other room that was super annoying in the, I think, containment area. Was this the way up? I think it was. So yeah, believe me, I'm in full agreement. I don't think it's going to be as easy as they one-shot the enemies. Oh, floor spikes. The floor spikes sucks though. You can't. You've got fast-moving enemies. What are you going to do? Just camp the floor spike areas and wait? Like, those things are so bad. They do one-shot the enemies, which is great, but I feel like that is not how to get it done. Oh, this game. How about making the elevator wait times a little less ridiculous? Also, oh yeah, that's on the right settings. Okay. So yeah, anyway, I don't know. I feel like there has to be an inevitable replacement for Twitter. It's not going to be Mastodon, as cute as that may seem. Okay, we're hunting Beastie. Oh, it didn't one-shot that guy. Okay, so even the floor things don't one-shot him. Okay, screw you, dude. Oh, well, you just auto died for me anyway. Special. Let's see. Oh no, hey, you're. Who would have known? Like, it seemed like these things one-shotted everything, but that wraith thing that goes invisible half the time, it still had a little left after getting hit. I don't know. Melee source gain. I don't think I care about that. Ooh, wait. Charge blast boost. Blast radius. I might want you. That is... we can sell that one. Okay, we want to check blast radius. That one. There we go. Small upgrade. Actually, not that small. That was a pretty big one, but... ammo recovery on evade use. Still don't think that's useful. We can get rid of that one. Energy. It's tempting to hold on to that. Actually, I've got space. I can hold on to them. Okay, we already looked through there. Tree powers. Locke's fucking ancient fucking reason fucking abalone.
Is this the lock/key the board told me about?
Our nail is rebuilding, loosening.
Just doing my job.
Wait, was that it? We just had to fill out this orb? Okay. At the end of the day, I think Twitter will either be...
Director Faden's got this covered.
Twitter will either be fine and still experience zero growth just like it is now, or it will suffer a slow death. Honestly, I think a fast death is genuinely more likely. It could be fine. And okay, when I say a fast death, what I actually see happening is I think Twitter is going to have a pretty rapid drop in users right away. I think there will be a fairly long, protracted, like, sort of continual support for a while of, obviously, like, the right wing. Obviously, a lot of businesses that just have sort of the integration with Twitter, so to speak. I don't even know if there's a point to going back down to that level, but let's do it anyway. And I think Twitter is... It's going to be one of those things where I think Twitter basically tumbles from, like... its current user base... Oh, hey, we didn't pass through any hiss levels this time, so we obviously destroyed whatever hiss was up there. Woohoo for us. We're special. I see nothing sussy going on up here. We'll head down to tunnel access, just cuz. David, bring back Trump and they'll make up what they lost. You think so? I genuinely do not buy that. I think they will lose so many more people if Trump is brought back. I'm not gonna make real number estimates because I think that it's too hard to say for sure, but I think if they invite Trump back, you're going to see a pretty substantial drop in users, and it's not going to be made up for just by various Trump fans that will return. It could be. I mean, you never know. But I think there were so many people that cheered the removal of Trump. I could really, really easily see your ass is mine, dude. Okay, I have to use a different weapon for you. Because Shatter's gonna suck for you. Let's switch off of Surge to Pierce, I guess. Oh! So yeah. And just in general, also keep in mind there are going to be a lot of, again, advertisers who are going to not look kindly on any of this stuff. This is not an area where I think they're prepared to face off with people that are not going to support them, so to speak. Okay, this shield will recover, or sorry, energy recovers while shield is active. I think that could actually be pretty useful. Levitation duration. Feeling like that one. Well, wait. Seize duration. Let's go seize. Because seize is becoming increasingly awesome. Okay, so we've worn out our need to do stuff in the warehouse. We now have to hit base camp. And I think that was through this tunnel. Or at least this leads to that weird empty space that I'm really, really concerned is going to be a big floating test. Evade efficiency. I don't care. Wait, what the hell? Thought there was a duck ability. Oh, here we go. Oh, I still can't get through. Okay, so that tunnel does not actually lead where it says it's going to go. Awesome. So I guess head back and then use a warehouse path. Which actually I can fast travel to the crossroads anyway, so I'll just do that. Picked up a forklift like it was nothing. Dude, it's the Force. Luke could pick up his own fighter. Why not use the Force and, you know, pick up a forklift? I see nothing wrong with this. All right. I want to see, is this just a giant pit? Oh, it definitely is. Oh, but it's a pit with layers downward. Evade ammo refund. I bet there's some really neat combinations of stuff using these. Energy recovery from melee kill. No. Are you kidding me? Melee is so bad in this game. I can't actually see further down. So we're heading back up. Rate of fire boost. We want to go to spin for that. Oh, that's way lower. Actually, let's get rid of that too. Man, those are in the 20s and they're the same rarity level as the ones in the 40s. What's even the point? Really quick. Personal mods. Ammo recovery on evade use, 9%. I feel like this could be a neat thing, maybe, but... Alright, so... what I wanted to do really quick is look... No, maybe there's some path up there, but I don't see a way of making the short... Well, it wouldn't even be a shortcut. Okay. Alright, just wanted to look at options.
I know you'll take care of this, Director. I'm not worried.
Oh. Well then. seems I'm not getting through that way. So how would I go about getting to that other room I need to get to the base camp?
Hey, try not to launch me, Director.
No promises, bro. Oh, duh. Nope, not up there. So, I watched Uncharted last night. Rocks are hard to see on a rock wall. Yes, they are. Uncharted. They did a good job. Weirdly, I don't know. Like, I think they did a really good job of it. They hit all the right points. It is very clearly, the best way I have to describe it is a very clear, unquestioning, like, they basically ripped off Indiana Jones. And I don't want to be critical as I say that. They ripped off Indiana Jones, and that was a smart choice. And it feels like it's borrowing from a few different movies, but the one catch to it, I've already seen this. I've already seen Indiana Jones. Is it a movie or show series? Does that hype you up for The Last of Us? Very different situations in my mind, though, technically, from the same game studio. But, so, here's the thing. And this is... it took me a little bit to kind of figure out why the movie wasn't really resonating with me. And it's because I've already seen Indiana Jones. I love Indiana Jones. But I feel like this is Indiana Jones for a generation of people who either didn't see Indiana or maybe don't like it because it is at this stage pretty outdated. It's really well done. They got all the elements in there. It's kind of like if you took Indiana Jones, but also make it a Fast and Furious movie. I mean, they literally have pirate ships being carried by helicopters in a fight scene. I mean, seriously, I guess also borrowing a little bit of Pirates of the Caribbean, but it's got that distinct, like, Fast and Furious, we're gonna do some bullshit energy to it. But it's good. It's well done. The female characters, honestly, I don't think they did a very good job with. But, yeah, it is a fun movie. It's an entertaining movie. It's got that adventure quality. It's got the puzzles, the very basic puzzle-solving aspects. It is very Indiana Jones. And I like the actors who are in it. The female actors, again, I think they could have done a better job with, but they had the right elements in there. It just didn't resonate with me, and I think it's because it was stuff I've seen so many times, and I hate sounding jaded. I hate making that the thing, but I think they could have done. I don't know that they could have done anything to make me feel better about it, which makes me wonder if this is a case of, like, I'm just like, I have now fallen out of the age group where this is going to work by virtue of either having seen this stuff all before or something. I don't know, but C speed plus 60%? Wait, what? We have 60. Oh, okay. We have 70 and 69%. I guess we don't really need one that's 60. So yeah, good movie, really well done movie. I wanted to like it a lot. It just, I don't know. It just didn't do as much for me as I expected it to. So yeah, I don't think that's a criticism of it. I think it's just an acknowledgement that, hey, here's something that's good. It just wasn't the good enough for me at that moment. Oh, crap. Okay, well. We'll just take that loss. Oh, it put me up here anyway. Nice. Launch health recovery? What the hell is launch health recovery? Okay, we need to find more things to throw away. Shield energy cost. Yeah, that's a good one. Launch health recovery. What does this do? Health recovery on launch hits. Oh, yes. Oh, hell yeah. That's a must. So every time I throw stuff and hit something, I get some health back. Oh, wait. I think we already went that way. Yeah, we did. Needed to go... Yeah, through that tunnel. I think, right? Yeah. Did he run himself into the wall? It's kind of what it looked like. Oh. Okay, well that was exciting. Have some stuff spawning up behind me. Dude, you take too long to die. Nice doing business with you. So yeah, anyway, the so yeah, I feel like The Last of Us is a very different kind of thing. The difference with The Last of Us is, like, the mood is different, the tone is different. Nathan Drake was always kind of like the fun goofball version of Tomb Raider. Which, Tomb Raider, when they did the movies, was fun and goofball anyway, or more so. I guess that varies depending on which Lara Croft you're talking about, but... yeah, anyway. The Nathan Drake series, definitely more on the lighthearted, like, kind of playful side. The Last of Us is gonna be dark and gloomy and, you know, Walking Dead-ish by comparison. So, I think that's different. I'm not out of the gloomy storyline sort of stuff. Okay, we need to go that direction. Cool, we have a way. So, yeah.
This area looks newer. Is it from the upper floors?
Thanks for breaking a hole for me, buddy. So, yeah, no questions asked. I'm definitely still looking forward to The Last of Us. What I think I'm also... anyway, whoa. Collapse department.
There's something behind that his barrier.
This feels sketchy. Okay, I can't interact with those, but I can interact with this. Why can't I... Ah, there we go. Clipping error or something. Okay, I guess I need to go through that doorway. Can I get... That might be too far for a float. And I don't see rocks on the wall that I can lift, so this is the way through. Oh, and we have a fast travel. Good. Alright, that's nice and all. Can we... Shift account part 1. To whomever finds this, I am containment processes designer, Jean? Whatever, Gibbs. And I'm writing this to document the largest building shift to ever occur. Here are the facts. A considerably large section of the containment sector, including the processes and protocols offices, our research facilities, and a fair chunk of the fire break has been yanked down to a chasm that reaches far below lobby level, I think. It was a violent shift, and I regret to report several casualties. Injuries were sustained by all, but many of us, myself included, are still mobile. We've set up a base camp and started triaging. There are little supplies. We explored our surroundings and found caverns of all things. Maybe we're in some kind of cave threshold, like the quarry. Wherever we are, we're not the first. There were some rusty power cores, old lights, signs, infrastructure. What was this area used for? Why did they seal it off? Why have we never heard of it? More importantly, how are we going to get out? Sony allowing movies and shows seems like a good decision. I mean, it's Sony. They were already kind of doing it. It's just in the past, their movies and shows, you know, to put it kindly, just weren't very good. But yeah, they've now got Naughty Dog having written some really good, compelling stories, and people are kind of loving it. So yeah, I think that's kind of been the thing that took over. Ooh, the Kiev summary. Okay. A series of reverberating sounds observed in downtown Kiev with no clear point of origin. The event was witnessed by the city's general public. Mental and physical symptoms were reported, including aphasia, sleep paralysis, and excess vomiting in the reported individuals. Due to the brief nature of the event, Overseas Bureau agents were not able to respond while it was active. Immediately upon arrival, agents collected audio recordings taken by local witnesses. All Bureau monitoring stations located at global junctions of acoustic amplification were directed to monitor any auditory events of similar pitch, wavelength, and duration in an effort to trace echoes or epicenters. In the following weeks, similar cases were reported from both various amateur sources and Bureau stations in major cities across the globe. These subsequent events diminished in volume and frequency per each occurrence. Event is believed to be generated by planar friction, though this is not confirmed. Planar friction. Band name. Okay, so that door's now open. Let's touch the typewriter and watch what terrible crap occurs.
Director Faden here. I need a ranger dispatched to my position.
Let's put him down!
Oh. So we've been able to call rangers this whole time and just never did? Okay, buddy. You're about to die. Sorry. Wow, you took a hit. Damn it, I didn't want to shoot my own guy and he got in the way. Purple. And you're done, boy. That was it? Okay. That seems to be it. Good for you guys. Okay. I'm just looking around for any actual things to pick up or interact with. But since we're moving around, let's throw away some junk. Okay, so toss that. Energy from headshots. Do I even care about this? Let's get rid of them. I think they're probably not useful. Shatter recoil. I think recoil's probably the least of our concerns. Okay, that should be good enough for those. And personal mods. We got to get rid of a few things here. Evade energy cost. We'll toss one of those. Energy recovery speed, energy. Let's get rid of the low energy. Shield strength we've got. We'll get rid of the 50. Health recovery per element pickup. We aren't going to need that many of those. Okay. But I want that purple. Ballistic ammo refund in purple. Okay. Health recovery on melee hits. Never going to use that. Evade ammo. Refund ammo recovery on evade use. We'll keep one, but that's it. Okay, weapon reload after seizing an enemy. The reload time on weapons is already so fast. By the time you've seized an enemy, what good is that? And a launch efficiency. Yeah, we can get rid of that one. Whoa. Now, screw that one. Oh. There's more stuff. Okay, one thing that really stands out to me, there's no way to have gotten into some of these offices unless you can fly. Like, literally, they don't have doors in them. I mean, how does somebody get to this office? There's no ladders or steps up to it. There's no door inside. This one doesn't even have anything in front of it. Like, literally, there's no way into these rooms unless you can fly. Also, speaking of, where the hell am I going? Hey, dude, move. I appreciate you hanging out, but, actually don't. Get the hell out of my way. Nothing in there. Ah, here we go.
Push them back!
Where's the fight? Oh.
Someone call a plumber.
Glad no one was around to hear that.
No one wants to be attacked when they walk in the bathroom. That ain't cool. Computer program. Dear House of Representatives, my husband Francis read an article before he died about how the universe was really just a computer program. He believed it. I thought it sounded silly, but now I think he was right. Francis was hit by a car a few months ago. A drunk driver. I don't think it was supposed to happen. My neighbor's son, Jeremy, broke one of our windows with a football a week before Francis died. Francis yelled at Jeremy for it. He was a bit harsh. This is important because I see Jeremy on his computer through their living room window. He's on it all the time. His mother says he is a computer whiz. I think Jeremy is operating the computer program and he changed the universe so that the driver would hit Francis. He did it to get back at Francis for yelling at him. Is there a way to change the computer and make Francis come back? I have some money if it's expensive. I don't know how these things work. I don't care if Jeremy gets in trouble or not. I just want Francis to come home. Francis and I were happy together. I can feel him not being here, and I know it's not right. Sincerely, Stephanie Miller. The crazy, crazy pants Stephanie Miller. Rate of fire. Who cares? Okay, I don't think there's anything else of interest around here, but man, this was the weirdest bathroom visit I have seen yet. And perfectly normal bathroom. Poor lady thinking any government official knows any more about technology than she does. Truth. Actually, do we need... No. None of the other paths go anywhere. Oh, this so felt like an ambush. More crystals. control point, boys and girls. Oh, wow. And I can't duck under this. Are you kidding? You could drive a Buick under this, but I can't walk under it.
You're listening to America Overnight, a beacon in the darkest recesses of possibility for more than 29 years. We have another letter from a listener. This one's unsigned, but postmarked from Toledo. It says, "Dear America Overnight, I have the most wonderful appliance for your listeners. It is a miracle of God. A fondue set.
Awesome.
A blessed gift. Blessed is spelled with a capital B. Go on, they write. Dive on in. It is molten hot. Perfect for meat. No signature. As far as I know, no fondue set was sent to us here at the studio. Just this letter. Wait. I think there's something else in the envelope. Some kind of black powder. With white shards in it? Oh, maybe. Karen. What is this? Karen? We're on the air, Karen. Where are you? What? Oh, is this powder in the booth? Is this ash? Oh. Oh, God. Karen? How do I cut to commercial?
Okay, then. Seems like Karen or somebody did not do their job very well. Okay. All right, so we have completed that one. Oh yeah. Killing specific enemies using the shape ability for a level 3 reward. Not happening. Am I even making... Yeah, I haven't even made progress on those. Though I haven't been in the right sectors. Okay. Kill his demolition experts in the containment sector using charge. None of these are worth doing until I'm in the right sector for them, so... Okay. Oh, I wanted to... Still need confiscated motive. Shift account part 2. Gibbs reporting in. It has been 8 days since the collapse and still no sign of any rescue efforts. The Bureau is either completely unaware of our situation or are incapable of helping us. Or maybe it's intentional. How many times have we seen the Bureau not give two shits about its own hardworking staff when they go missing in this place? How many times did we let it slide thinking, oh, at least it wasn't me? Too many, I'm ashamed to admit. Anyway, There have been some developments. Strange crystals have begun growing through the walls. They seem to block some corridors, but not others. The path to the caves is always left open, but we're not sure why. Luckily, the crystals keep out the astral spike. It's been hounding us for days. John, Nikolay, and Sarah went to try and find a radio, but never came back. We think the spike got them. I think it's hunting us. Doug says spikes only exist in the astral plane, so what the fuck is it doing here? If we get out of here, I'm hiring a lawyer. These are unsustainable working conditions. Yes, this is definitely the company that you tell that you're going to sue.
Warning. Altered item detected in transport bay. Access is prohibited for safety regulation 18.A.
I think they're talking about the gun.
No power. Typical. So that's the altered item. Looks pretty secure. I should hire someone who builds smaller machines.
All right, David, take it easy, man. Chat with you soon. I won't be on too much longer either, I imagine. Wait, did I just walk all the way around, or did I just circle back? No, I walked around. Okay. Okay, I'm not really sure where to go. There's not another door out this way. These hallways are just a loop around. Oh, I guess there would have been a door there, but I can't go through yet. Well, what am I supposed to do? Can't interact with that. Huh. I already poked around through those. I already looked in the shelter that had the crystals growing through it. little higher health. That won't hurt. Okay, well. Oh, sure. Give supplement. Recordings of the audio phenomena were uploaded onto the internet shortly after the event. These records circulated rapidly on popular message boards. The communications department utilized this exposure by creating, quote, Sky Trumpet hoax videos and posting related theories to spread confusion and draw attention away from the event's paranormal origin. Industrial noise, particularly the sound of metal drilling, was found to be a widely accepted explanation. Theories about these sounds emanating from the Earth itself, known as seismic hum, emerged from the public itself and were encouraged by the Bureau to generate further misdirection and eventual public disinterest. Witnesses of the event were monitored discreetly afterwards. Observed symptoms were consistent with oxygen deprivation, but subsided after 12 to 15 days. The length of the symptoms directly correlated to the individual's proximity, unsheltered, to the supposed epicenter. One linked, although accidental, casualty can be listed. See report, effects of planar friction on hearing aids. Oh, someone with a hearing aid apparently died. Okay. We listened to that. Okay. Complete the ritual. Where do we go? Because I can't proceed further through here. Goose. Presumably I need to restore power. But how? There we go. So that's it.
No altered material detected in area. Personnel may now safely enter. Have a Bureau full day.
And that was a neat sneak attack. Okay, fine. We'll just take your grenades. I'm good with that too. Okay. Let's see. Concussed ammo refund. Okay, let's toss out a few things. Okay, ammo recovery on weapon hits. Ooh, that's kind of neat, actually. We'll get rid of the low order one. That is rate of fire. Can definitely toss one of them. Spin, out of curiosity. So we have rate of fire, 40s. Just out of curiosity. 39. Let's get rid of that one too. We're probably never going to use all three, so. Ammo cost while levitating. Let's get rid of the lowest order one. There. That makes some space. Okay, so why did we want in this room? What's in here? Oh. Where was the thing that we need to charge? Data was out here. Weird. I would have sworn there was something we needed to charge, and now I don't remember where it was. Maybe I mistook one of the vending machines as a thing that needed to be charged. Yeah, I must have just thought that was in need of charging. Because, yeah, that's all okay. I did not like that sound. Shift account part 3. It's clear no one is coming. We're running out of ideas and supplies. We tried going into the caves to find anything edible, but all we found were noxious gases and endless pits. The crystals only let us go one way, even though we could see the caves branched out. We did find some weird spiky pillar. I only got a glimpse of it before the astral spikes attacked. There were a few of them this time. We lost a lot of people. There's only 6 of us left. We didn't ask for this. We didn't want to come down here. I'm convinced something brought us here. The others say I'm going nuts, but it's clear that this was no house shift. Shifts slide a bathroom a sector over, or rotate a hallway. They don't drop full divisions into some caves. We were brought here, I know it. But for what? Why tear us away from our lives just to torture us? If this is some sort of test or mission, then here's some advice for whoever's running it. Give out clearer instructions next time. I hope these notes are a good read for whatever ranger finds them. Fuck you. Put that in your report. Signed, Gibbs. Somehow I feel like we're not actually going to get a part 4 from Gibbs. Movie camera supplement. The item first came to the Bureau's attention after a hospitalized mailman from Albuquerque, Arkansas, claimed his injuries had been caused by a movie camera. Further investigation connected the incident to AI-80, which was being shipped in a mail truck, in the mail truck at the time. The packaged camera was later found in an empty warehouse. The return address led agents to a P.O. box located in the San Fernando Valley belonging to a company called Blessed Pictures. Whether Blessed Pictures is involved in the creation and dissemination of the item's VHS films is unknown. The following is a list of all known films believed to have been shot by AI-80-UE. Titles include Shoot First, Die Last, which is unreleased, Coffee Bullet, Billy's First Car, Bike Hard, and Delivery Disaster. Note on the movie titled Shoot First, Die Last. Item was used in the filming of an unreleased Western in 1968 on the Italian island of Sardinia. A cast member was killed during an on-set accident, stopping production. It is believed that Blessed Pictures bought the camera when equipment from the shoot was sold at auction. Wait a tick. Let's not go that way yet. new language. For immediate publication, I learned a brand new language. The fish taught me. You probably don't believe me, so I will prove it. Oh. I'm not going to try to repeat all that. C? Please publish this letter and maybe our fish speakers will get in touch. They'll be able to read my address, even if you can't. Jabini Rog. Signed, Larry Humbert. They did that purely to screw with streamers, I'm sure of it. There is something on the other side of the wall, like right there. And I can't find a way to it. It might open up later. All right. Getting pretty close to the end of tonight.
Worst I've ever seen is take the nail. End of the world.
So I can't let the hiss take the nail. Not a problem. I know how to handle them.
Do you?
Another etching.
Okay, before we touch it, quick look through here. Any fuckery right around the corner that we can mess with? Oh, just out of reach. Listen, hurry, meet.
Hello? Board, are you there?
Danger, Director Board broken deeper, understand. Tool, other, new, forbidden, board. Give informer yours necessary, go.
Okay, what the hell is going on? Wait, I'm back here?
Yeah, time to get the other. You should can
my
do
idea.
better.
Blame the eyeball. Former. Yeah, we've had our differences. But it is giving me something you won't.
Okay, so we've now upgraded our gun to be able to wreck crystals.
like you deciding what I can't have.
Whoa! Damn it. Screw it. May as well keep falling. Ah, that's why I fell off. Okay. Actually, yeah. You cannot control this. You cannot control your staff. You are mismanaging the Bureau's self-narrative. Just in case there's anything hidden up here. They have done it a couple times. Nope. Okay.
I'm getting pretty tired of being jerked around the astral plane. If you're listening, I want some answers.
I feel boss fight coming on. Hello, home. Alone, long visitor, happy. Tunnel open, grateful. Welcome, speak.
Hi there. It was
So
nice
casual.
of you to give me something the board wouldn't. What are you getting out
Void nothing egress.
So I'm just supposed to believe you're a particularly charitable,
Worm?
whatever you are?
Either, both. Hungry?
Hungry? I mean, yeah, actually, I'd love a sandwich or something. That's not what you meant, was it?
Right. Panini, former board. Abalone.
Are you part of the board? Or used to be?
Once split board. Blame?
Okay, so you split because the board blamed you for...
Inside Beyond Nail Rescue House Sun Warning.
Gotta be easier to play charades. Do I need to rescue someone?
No.
I don't know what I expected. Listen, this has been great, but I have to go. Thanks for your help, and, stay out of trouble.
Houseless and nail leech. Burn, go.
What is Former trying to tell me about the board? Should I trust either of them?
Definitely not. Okay, so the place I would theoretically want to go is right next door, but I don't have a good way to get there. This seems like the... Let's just get to a fast travel pace for the quick and dirty save, and then call it a night. Evade ammo refund. Wait, how much was that for? It doesn't say. Okay, personal mods. 1% increase on sea speed. Awesome. Yeah, we can trash those. Okay, and that was an evade ammo refund, which was for 9%, so... let's kill that too. Just one of them. We got another. Ammo gain from taking melee damage. We'll get rid of one of those. I almost want to go down and check that out, but I also don't. Actually, I think I can make that. Okay, yeah, I've been here. Oh, come on. Okay. There we go. Quick trip over here, save, and then that'll be our clear for the night. First, we'll may as well spin on some abilities. Seize duration versus levitation duration. That is tempting to keep boosting levitation, but I want to get that seize duration up. Can we... Ooh, seize an additional enemy versus continuing on seize duration and be able to hit large enemies when their health is low. I kind of want to keep going on this path and get to large enemies. And we'll get to double enemies later. Still need confiscated motives. I almost want to look up how to get those, because I'm... Oh man, we have so many of those. I think we can just upgrade grip now. I've been putting it off for so long, but I'm pretty sure we can just come here and pick something. Okay, headshot damage. Yeah, let's just put in another headshot damage, I guess. Or wait. Grants and don't care. Damage after kills. Damage while low on health. Accuracy. Yeah, I think headshot damage is probably our best one. It's not like I'm using this weapon at all anyway, but why not? So the only one left to upgrade is Surge. Okay, so save has happened. Everything's good. We're out. Oh boy. Okay. Time to plug in the controller. We'll exit. So with that, it is about that perfect time. So, hey, actually it was no weird glitches or anything today. So you get an excellent on your report card, Stadia. So anyway, thanks to everyone for coming by, hanging out, watching the stream. I expect I will be back tomorrow night. There is a possibility that I'll be a bit late because I might go out and fly the DJI Mini 3 Pro. I think they call it the Pro. I admit my attention span on this one has been a little bit lower, but yeah. So fair odds I will be doing that tomorrow. I just don't know if that'll impact when I start streaming. But anyway, again, thanks to everyone for coming by, and I will be back tomorrow night if you would like to support the channel. As always, there are links down below. I've added Cash App as one of the methods, along with Streamlabs and Patreon. So with that, thanks for coming by, and good night, everybody.